Hello, hello. I'm not sure why I'm wearing a headset. Hello, we beat Liverpool, bro. You know what, yeah? Moment. Hey, blue shark, anyone? Blue shark? Fuck now. Absolute stinker by Allison. You know what, yeah? I said after we scored that penalty. I said before we scored that penalty, sorry, when it was given. I said, you know what? I don't think that's a penalty. I looked back at it now. You know what? Yeah, that was a penalty. I'll be honest, Allison was a moment. This goalkeeper, yeah, I have said this for so long. I have said Allison has never been the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Because he's got balls and moments galore. This guy, bro, I love Allison. I love Allison. He's gifted us league titles. 18-19, Allison Howlers. I'ma be real. 18-19, Allison Howlers. 21, 22. Allison Howlers. This guy is a balls of goalkeeper, I can't even lie. Such an overrated goalkeeper. There ain't nothing he does at our elite level. I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. But, hey, I'll take it. I've seen the replay, bro. At first, I thought it's not a penalty, but then I saw the replay, and you know what? Yeah, that was a pen. Yeah, we deserved to win. Haaland robbed of a goal, by the way, by the twat with a red card, Bosley. He would have had a brace. Just pull them back, bro. Give up. You've lost. Give up, bro. But nah. Doesn't matter. 1-2, 1-3, 1 in a million. Doesn't matter what the scoreline is at the end of the day because we fucking won. At Anfield. I'm in my fucking 20s. I don't want to say mid-20s, but it is kind of true. But I am in my mid-20s. I've never seen us win at Anfield, barring COVID and penalties in the Carabao Cup, but penalties don't count, really. Barring COVID, I've never seen us win at Anfield. I am so gassed about that. I'll be honest. I think, by the way, first half performance was unreal, but we just didn't do anything with it. Second half performance was very poor, but we won. And I'm gonna get into that, yeah, because I see people, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, yeah, I've seen people today arguing, Man City fans today arguing with each other. After that win, I see Man City fans arguing. I am so terribly sorry to say this, but to any Man City fan that is currently arguing, Pep in, Pep out, Donnarumma in, Donnarumma out, Haaland in, Haaland out, to anyone who is currently arguing this, Man City fans, we won at fucking Anfield, mate. We have done the double over Liverpool for the first time in 90 years. 90 years. I am not a happy clapper. I think that's very clear if you go through my channel history. Any Man City fan that is currently arguing about this player, that player, holy fuck, you're a sad person. And that is coming from me. That is coming from me. You know it's bad if that's coming from me. So, to any Man City fan currently arguing this side or the other, you won. I'm a big real. We have the one at Anfield trophy. It ain't a trophy, but it sure felt good to finally fucking do it. Listen, if we don't win a trophy, if we don't win the Premier League, it means nothing at the end of the day, but today it's not the end of the day. Today it's not the end of the Premier League season. And maybe it is a mental block that is overcome. We have finally won at Anfield. Maybe that is a mental block to finally overcome. Our old generation under Pep Guardiola, and I mean De Bruyne, Aguero, Fernandinho, all that, They never won at Anfield. COVID does not count. So, we finally won at Anfield. I think people don't quite dig just how long it's been since we won at Anfield. Once again, I know I'm fucking looping records here. I'm in my mid-20s. Barring COVID, barring penalty shootouts, this is the first time I have seen Man City win at Anfield. I don't give a fuck if the performance in the second half was awful. Because, you know what? In fact, even more so, the fact we had a terrible second half performance and won the game. That is the first time we have dropped a collective stinker and won the game all the same. That is a champion's win. Sometimes you need to win games when you are shit. And we won a game in which we were shit. That is the difference between a champion and second place. So, even if you want to say we were shit, which at some points we were, but I overall don't agree. Don't even bother. That's my take. Don't even bother because we won at Anfield. That's the bottom line here. Let's get on with the actual player ratings. Let's start from the goal. Let us start from the goal. Gigio Donnarumma. Big Don. By the way, how fucking much of an aura-farming name, how fucking peak of a name is Gianluigi Donnarumma. That is a peak name. You know, sometimes when a baller just has a fucking baller name, they're gonna be a baller. Let me give you Gianluigi Donnarumma as an example, of course. But Kevin De Bruyne, banger name, baller. Sometimes if they've got that banger name, Ronaldo Nazario, they just end up being ballers. A lot of Rodriguez's at this point. So many Rodriguez's, the name's lost value. All the Rodriguez stocks are down now. But sometimes you just know a player is a baller just from their name. That's why Oscar de Bob had no order, no offense. Anyhow, Donnarumma, really good today. Listen, the free kick he conceded, I mean. Sometimes you just have to hold your hands up and say, you know what? Banger. Banger, free kick. Just hold your hands up and say, banger, free kick. Because that's what it was. Szoboszlai, that is one of the best free kicks I have ever seen in Premier League history. The only free kicks I can immediately think that were better than that, excuse me, was De Bruyne against Leicester. I was going to say Declan Rice against Madrid, but that's not Premier League, is it? And CR7. You know the CR7 knuckleball? That's the only free kicks I can immediately think of that were better than that Szoboszlai free kick. So sometimes you hold your hands up and say, you know what? They scored a fucking bang. You know what? It's not enough. Great save in the, I believe, 97, 98 minutes to keep the lead. Donnarumma, that's now you ain't getting me twice, bro. He got done once by a ridiculous free kick. Yo, he was not gonna get done in again, bro. He made some really good saves. He was captaining the back line. He is such a dominant goalkeeper. A goalkeeper who makes his presence felt. Even when he doesn't touch the ball, his presence is felt because he captains the back forward. He tells the defenders what he wants from them. He gets the defenders hyped up. You see when Gusnov made a block, when Guehi made a block, each time he is that passion merchant. Sometimes you need that. He is such a loud goalkeeper in that way. And then you add on top of that the shot stopping. And by the way, his passing is not as bad as people pretend it to be. Immense. Immense goalkeeper. Played a lot of long balls today. And I liked that. I liked that we played a lot of long balls today. So, for me, I mean, let's talk about those long balls actually. Instead of just dismissing it. First of all, he got most of his long balls to the target, which was Erling Haaland. So already that's good, but we're actually playing to pass the press. We were just playing chaos football for a bit, and we got on top from playing chaos football. And that's what I like to see. It's not just the rigid pass, pass, pass. Nah, just ball over top and see what you can do. And that is what we did today. And listen, I'm gonna be honest. I think they have a deadly front three, as in players who can score a goal. But I don't think they had a good midfield. I don't think they hadn't a bad midfield, but their midfield wasn't great. I don't think they had a great back four. So they're just playing balls over the top to Haaland immediately, instead of trying to beat the press, immediately just saying, let's see who's got a better midfield, you or me. I liked that. We were just saying, our players are better than your players. Fuck the tactics. Our players are better. And guess what? They were. They were better. Haaland, incredible holder play today. I'm gonna come back to that later. But Donnarumma, very good job in finding Haaland. Nobody gives Donnarumma flowers for his build-up play, for his distribution, for his count in the box. But that's all things he is good at. People just pretend he isn't because he's not Ederson. Okay, but Ederson doesn't make the saves Donnarumma makes, so give this guy credit. He is such a good goalkeeper, and he's 26, bro. Goalkeepers peak in their 30s, not in their 20s. This guy is 26. Ridiculous goalkeeper. So for me, yeah, 8.5 is, I think an 8.5 is fair for Donnarumma. I think Donnarumma just played really well, to put it simply. Played really well. So, I agree, 8.5 seems completely fair to me. Aït-Nouri. The entire back four, I might repeat myself a bit here with the back four, so I'll go through them a bit quickly. But I'll go in most detail over Aït-Nouri. I think the entire back four was just very, very solid. We didn't let too much happen, and again, we conceded a goal, but I don't think we conceded too many chances, if I'm being completely honest. Chances, the shots we did concede were just very well created. It's not like we defended poorly. It's just they had a very good free kick, they had some very good passing, but overall, we had very good defending. We kept the ball in their half. Most of the game was played in Liverpool's half. Especially the first half. The first half, our back four could not be questioned. I don't think they had one ball in our final third in the first half. We just locked them out. When you look at Aït-Nouri and you look at Nunez, these are the players who are not respected for their defending. But look at just how brilliant they are today. These two fullbacks. I'm talking about both fullbacks at the same time now. But they deserve talking about together because they are a pair. Because when one goes up, the other stays down. It's like a slide. One goes up, the other goes down. And the other way around. This is Aït-Nouri, this is Nunez. One goes up, one goes up. Just in sync. They keep each other in sync. And I have said this a long time ago. Football does not require symmetry. Football only requires that you all are in sync. You don't need to be in symmetry, you just need to be synchronized. And that's a perfect example of how Aït-Nouri and Nunez played today. Going forward, not the best game of Aït-Nouri. I'm not gonna gas him up too much. Wasn't bad either, just did his job. I think he just did his job. So I'm gonna give Aït-Nouri a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I can't say much more. He just did his job. He came back to defend. He like every other player, gave everything he had to give in this game. I think a 6 is harsh. I'm giving him a 7. He wasn't brilliant. I'm not gonna gas him too much, but I think a 6 is harsh. I'm gonna be completely honest with you here, Rosa. Well, you're going ahead of me already. But you know what? Let's talk about centre backs next. I'll talk about Husnov first. Bit annoying. Another injury. How many more injuries are we gonna get? Is anyone keeping count? Is anyone keeping count? I mean, injuries we've had this season. It's getting a bit annoying, isn't it? It's getting a little bit annoying, all these injuries. I hope it's nothing too bad. I hope it's okay with Husanov. I hope he's fine. I hope he was just a bit gassed and all of that. But Husanov played really good. I don't think this is Husanov's best game, because I feel like there were a few times where he just lagged behind a bit, and that did give Liverpool chances to go into the box, to move the ball into the box, should I say. But his recovery pace is just something else, isn't it? His recovery pace, so good. And that is such a value. It goes away once you get older, that is true. But while this guy is young, he's such an asset with that recovery pace. And we see it every fucking game where he plays against a good winger or a fast striker. Just can't get past him very easily, can you? I don't think it's a surprise that most of Liverpool's big chances came when Husanov came off. Not to the dismay of Guehi or Diaz. I think they both played brilliant today, but neither of them are particularly fast. And when you lose that pace in behind, you do concede a bit more chances, a bit more area. And Husanov is also such a physical defender. So I'm very glad with the way Husanov played. I think it's a bit unfortunate for the way he went off, of course, but I think Husanov was very solid. I'm gonna give him a 7.5 out of 10. I'm gonna give Diaz an 8 out of 10, because Diaz came on, back from injury, and looked like he hadn't missed a fucking beat. Just came on, he came on, yeah, back from injury. Never played with Guehi before in his career, at Anfield. Chasing the game. We were 1-0 down at the time. Don't know. I think it was still 0-0. But either way. And this guy came in. Immediately looked comfy. Got us forward. So I had the confidence to take that shot. He took a shot from distance. Had the confidence to do that. To just say, don't fall back too much, Liverpool, or I'm gonna have a go, and I might just crack it in the back of the net. And that's what our centre backs and midfielders need to do more of. Sometimes, yeah, when a team sits too far back into their own box, have a go from distance. Scare them. Tell them, sure, go sit in your box. We'll just shoot from outside of your box, and let's see if we can score. That is how you scare a team out of their shell. If you can't break them down. Of course, breaking them down is the first way to go, but if you can't break them down, scare them out of that shell. And Ruben Diaz, very solid play today, 8 out of 10 for me. Nothing too insane, but for someone who's just back from injury at Anfield, great stuff. The centre back we all want to talk about, though. The centre back we all want to talk about. Listen. People said they don't want Guehi. I had people saying we don't want Guehi. Where's you now? Where's you now, brother? I'm not seeing any Guehi slander right now. Let me check my Twitter timeline. Any Guehi slander? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. No Guehi slander. Oh, but we don't need Guehi. Yeah, fuck we don't. What a performance. Is this his first game against Liverpool? This is his first big game for the Man City. This is his first big game for the Man City. With his partner getting injured halfway through the fucking game. Did he ever look scared? No, I'm gonna be honest here. That free kick from which Szoboszlai scored, that was never a free kick. That was so soft. That was so soft in my opinion. But at least the referee was soft throughout the entire game. Consistently soft. So, okay, you know what? Fair enough. He just never was questioned. And the blocks he made when Liverpool went in, throwing your body on the line, just saying, you will not score. I am that guy. I am that guy. You are not scoring. And Liverpool was all over us. He was not backing down. He was just saying, I'm gonna keep us level here. This guy, how old is Gui? 24? 25. This guy is 25 years old. First big game for Man City. Anfield. We have not won at Anfield in, I believe, 23 years. We have not done the double over Liverpool in 90 years. I said 100 years earlier, that was apparently wrong. It's 90. But anyhow, 90 years since we've done the double over this lot. First big game for this guy. The fan base said they didn't want him for some God-known reason. And he was our best fucking defender. Brilliant performance. Brilliant. Liverpool, I'm gonna be honest, yeah? With a lesser defender, Liverpool wins 3-0. With a lesser player than Guehi on the pitch, Liverpool wins 3-0. The 3-0 up, Man City gives up. But we didn't have a lesser defender, we had Mark fucking Guehi. Big up to Israel. That is his middle name, by the way. Go look that up. His middle name is Israel. Go look that up. Good weekend. Club Brugge and Man City won on the same day, bro. By the way, this is Club Brugge's first time doing the double over Standard in over a decade. Both the teams I support done the double over a team they hadn't done the double over in literal years. Man City, almost a century. What did you eat? I'm Belgian. What do you think I ate? Fries. The only food a Belgian should eat after such a moment, such a triumph. Man of the match, Club Brugge Standard Liège. You know what? I think it was a very good team performance. I'm not gonna talk about Bruges too much, but just a little. I think it was a very good team performance. I'm gonna give Tresoldi his flowers because I've been harsh on Tresoldi. I think that is Tresoldi's best performance for Club Brugge. So I'm gonna give him the man of the match. I think it was his best performance. Hold the play, getting involved, just technical play, movement. I think it's his best Bruges performance. So I'm gonna give him his flowers. Donnarumma. 9 out of 10. Guehi 8. Have I given a score yet to Guehi? I don't think I have. Now, as always, keep in mind, my ratings are very harsh when you get to the upper ratings. Like, I very rarely give anything above an 8. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10 for the Guehi. But, like, my ratings above 8 are very harsh. Like, when Haaland scored 5 goals against Leipzig, I would have probably not given that a 10 out of 10. I'm very harsh above an 8. So, yeah. Guehi is massive. 9 out of 10. He fucked Liverpool. He fucked Liverpool sideways, bruv. Sideways and backwards, bro. Liverpool was taking back shots, bro. Embarrassing game. Slot out, anyone. Slot out. Slot out. Slot out. Husnov 8.4. Diaz 9.3. And Rosa is running ahead of me again. She's already got the Nunez evaluation here. Nunez unpassable. Forgot Gakpo was on the pitch. Hey, bro. I forgot, yeah. I'm not even kidding. Gakpo got the ball, I think in the 98th minute or 99th minute. And I was, like, thinking for, like, half a minute. Who stays on the ball? I forgot Gakpo even existed, bro. Like, go back to my watch-along. It's probably because I was stressing all over the place at the end of that game. But go back to my watch-along, yeah? The ball went to Gakpo, and I was just staring at my screen like a dumbass, because it was taking me half a minute to compute. Oh, that's Cody Gakpo. I had not registered his existence all game. That's how absent he was. Nunez 9.4. That's a bit high. But honestly, what a fucking performance by Nunez. I wish he crossed the ball in a few more times, but I understand that that is Pep Guardiola's instructions and not per se any fault of Nunez. And I understand why Pep gives those instructions. It's because we're trying to build up down the middle. So I wish he crossed the ball in more because he's got that great crossing ability. But for what he did, he was brilliant. Gakpo was out of the pitch. Even Ekitike and Wirtz, he was doing numbers on them. He was keeping them out. This guy is somehow one of the best fullbacks in the world this season. This guy is a fucking midfielder from Timbuktu, bro. Why is this guy one of the best fullbacks in the world? What are you doing, bro? You do not have the right. You do not have the right to be this good of a fucking fullback. Like, I'm sorry. You were a flop midfielder. The entire fan base wanted you on the stake. I'm gonna be honest right now. I think he's the best right back in world football. I'm not even taking the piss. Purely based off this season, he's the best right back in world football. Name me anyone better this season. You can argue with me Kundi is better. You can argue with me Hakimi is better. And I'll agree on that. But this season, solely this season, I think it's Nunez, if I'm being completely honest with you. So with that said, 9 out of 10 for me, for the Nunez. Just immense play. Big up Blue Mooner, big up. It feels good to be back, bro. Hey, my comeback, it's beautiful. I'm a comeback monster, you know. I am a comeback monster. I come back. Man City has their first comeback all season. You know, Man City has not rescued any points from a losing position until now. Which is actually kind of sad, but we don't complain. This is the first time all season Man City rescues points from a losing position, and it starts when I come back. It's not a surprise, isn't it? Like, I'm just saying, my last watch-along was the last win of Man City in that 8-game winning run, I think it was. This is it. Praise me, bro. Glaze me. Give me some glazing. We're gonna glaze all the players as they rightfully deserve to be glazed. But, I deserve some glazing too. Like, I'm part of this victory, you know? Like, Erling Haaland is a YouTuber. He knows I'm coming back today. So he knew he's gonna score today. You know, that's how it works. Trust me. How is the Belgian Man City fan base? Not that big, to be honest. It's bigger than, like, Arsenal and Man United. But it's mostly Liverpool in Belgium. No, a lot of Man United in the family, actually. Grandpa, Man City. Then the other side is a bit Man United, so it's a bit split. Rodri mentality monster. A bit too early to do that mentality monster. Let's do that when we lift the league title, but I think Rodri was okay today. I'm not gonna exaggerate too much. I think Rodri was not the best player on the pitch by a long shot. I don't even think he was our best midfielder. But credit where it's due to Rodri. I think for someone who had an ACL and has been back for what? 3-4 months? Let's say 4 months. For someone who's come back from an ACL just 4 months ago, he's got a ridiculous level. Like, you should not play this well as someone who came back from an ACL 4 months ago. Like, that is just not football. Like, look at how shit Van Dijk was 1 year after he did his ACL. Van Dijk, the best defender I have ever seen, bar Vincent Kompany. Maybe that just reveals how young I am, but I'm talking Premier League only. But he was shit for the entire year after he did his ACL, and then he only came back. There's no way you should be this good just after coming back from an ACL. Was he brilliant? Is he old Rodri? No, he's nowhere near that quite yet. But that the prime Rodri is just insane. He might never get back to that level. So solid. Rodri was just solid all game. He made us a few mistakes. He made a few late passes. I think he could have fed Haaland a few times. A bit better. In old seasons, Rodri would have just pinged the ball over the top and Haaland would be through. But if I'm just looking at Rodri from this game and looking at him as a completely new person rather than Rodri, this is a very good. And the truth is, this is not Rodri at his best yet. Rodri is still coming back from that ACL. Rodri has not fully recovered from that ACL. And he's already playing very good at Anfield. Part of that is mentality, but another part of that is simple talent. So Rodri, I'm not gonna give him an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna be a bit harsh on him, because I do think he was a bit slow at times. And with slow, I mean slow to get back in position, slow to move the ball sometimes. So even though he played really well, I'm gonna be a bit harsh here and gonna give him a 7.5. But he's playing way better than any ACL recovery really should. But I'm gonna give him a 7.5 because I'm gonna be a bit nitpicky. We came back because of the OG Elf. Big up Vasco. Rodri, yeah, that's way too high. No offense. Rodri played well, but not that well. OG Goat Elf. That is me. Big up Liverpool Profits. Not the result you hoped for. Big up to the Liverpool fans, by the way. Liverpool fans actually taking the result very well, from what I've seen so far. Yeah, you know what, yeah? This is why I respect Liverpool fans. I take the piss, I do this, I do that. But this is why I respect Liverpool fans. They take their defeats on the chin. Like, if Arsenal lost a game like that, fuming. But Liverpool fans just take it on the chin and move on. This is why I respect Liverpool as a fan base. Even though I fucking hate the club, no offense. Man United fans. Yeah, I got a few Man United fans in the family. O'Reilly was missing. I guess we're talking about O'Reilly now. This might as well be a Rosa stream rather than my own. So you're kind of dictating the conversation here. But sure, let's talk about O'Reilly. I was done talking about Rodri anyhow. I think you're a bit harsh on him, not gonna lie. He played at Anfield. Yeah, did he play great? I'm gonna be honest, he did not play great, but on the ball, not very good. On going forward, it's non-existent. But he did provide something important, and that is something to support Rodri going backwards. Again, Rodri is not fully back from that ACL. O'Reilly was Rodri's legs in midfield. So is it his best performance? No. But he pressed very well. He came back to defend very well. He supported Rodri very well. So I think you're being very harsh on O'Reilly. On the ball, kind of absent, I'm not gonna lie. I think off the ball, he put in a very big shift. And that is, I know it's not good enough, but it's Anfield, he's young, and it's all we needed. I'm not gonna sit here and say you went missing 5 out of 10 for a player who, out of possession, was a beast for us all game. So I'm gonna give him his flowers. I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. I think that 5 out of 10 is very harsh on O'Reilly. I'm gonna be honest, Rose. I think that's just very harsh. I can't argue with it, to be honest. Overall, City deserved to win. Yeah. I think we just... I think this is one of our best performances at Anfield. I know I was fucking fuming at the second half after the goal. But this is one of our best performances at Anfield at the end of the day. I'm not going to say the best, but it is the best result, isn't it? Because we won. Marmouche scored 6 out of 10. Really? Yeah, you know what, yeah? I kind of agree. He was offside when he should have been onside. He missed a very good chance set up by him by Erling Haaland, the through ball. He missed the layoff from Erling Haaland. Very good through ball by Erling Haaland to Marmoush as well, and I expected him to shoot first time. He just tattled on the ball too long and we lost possession. So, no offense to Marmoush, yeah? But I'm gonna say something that some people maybe not like. I'm gonna preface this. Marmoush is a very good player. I want Marmoush to start games. I want Marmoush to start behind Erling Haaland. But Marmoush is not good enough to start ahead of Erling Haaland. It's the simple truth. I'm not being harsh to Marmoush either. Marmoush is a very good player. Is a very important player for us. Gets important goals. But when I see people on Twitter talking about bench Haaland, I'm sorry, I'm seeing people who do not fundamentally understand football. Man City has won one game against a top 10 side without Erling Haaland since April of 2024. Erling Haaland will always start for Man City. Because even his bad games, even Erling Haaland's bad games, his simple presence is a tactical advantage. People who do not understand football, who do not look at football off the ball, might miss that. And I think that's just super harsh on Erling Haaland because, first of all, he's not only good when he scores, his whole play has been brilliant against Chelsea. Even though we did not win that game, I think he was very good against Brighton, even though we did miss that chance and we did not win the game. Today, Erling Haaland showed why he starts, and Marmoush showed why, while he's a good player, he does not start ahead of Haaland. Because he doesn't have any attributes that Haaland doesn't make up for with gravity and shared fucking output. And by the way, Erling Haaland is a better creator, factually speaking, than Marmoush. Not a good game by Omar Marmoush, I'ma be honest. Even the ball that went over the top, and Alisson missed it. Marmoush was looking at the goalkeeper, not the ball. I'm not gonna be too harsh on him for that, because it is scary, but at the same time, come on, buddy. Look at it, keep your eyes on the ball, but just didn't do much today. No offense. So, Marmoush, I think he was a bit average. I'm not gonna call him poor, I'm gonna call him average. So, I think 6 out of 10 is fair for Marmoush. 6 out of 10 is fair. I'm gonna say he was average. I'm not calling him anything else. I'm happy City and Club Brugge both won today. Hey. What's that meme of the monkey? Like, life is good. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, how does that song go? Oh, I need someone to pull up that meme for me. The menu stinker. Rosa, calm down. We won at Anfield. I'm not. Listen, I am king of toxicity. We won at Anfield. It's okay. Won at Anfield. For the first time in my lifetime. Technically speaking, not the first time in my lifetime. You know what I mean. For the first time in my living experience. Calm down. I'ma be honest. Yeah, he dropped a stinker, but you know what? I get what he was supposed to do. I get what he was supposed to do. I get what he was asked to do. Did he do it? Not really, but he tried, and he did put in the effort while pressing. He is a pressing beast, and I think that's why he played the full game. Even though he was not terrific for us, even though he should have done better with the balls he had, even though he shot one ball straight into planet Mars, even though he's trying to start the space program. I think he still did the basic job he was asked to do. Not enough. I'm not making excuses. Listen, but I think when we win at Anfield, can be a bit positive. So being a bit positive here. Yes, Emmanuel, it's not his best game. But it's his first big game. It's his first time playing at Anfield for Man City. It's his first time coming to such a ground. It's his first time being under this pressure of a title race. Give him a break. Give him a break. He's been nothing but excellent since he came here. And if we're now going to go in after... if we're now going to go in after... Semenyo, because he played one board game, and then we're going to go in after, I don't know, Haaland when he has a board run of 4, and then we're going in after Foden when he has a board run of... Get nowhere with that. We won the game. Calling it a stinker in his first time in a title race in a game like this, I think it's just so harsh on him. Did he play good? No. But you can just say he was average. Like, you don't have to go the extra mile and say he dropped a stinker. So, yeah, he was average. 6 out of 10 for me. But I'm not gonna go that extra way and call it a proper stinker. Hey, my name is... Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna butcher this. Hey, my name is Nian Kanatas Hassan. And I've enjoyed this live stream a lot. Can I get a shout out? Big up to the Terminator. I am so sorry for butchering your name. I'm gonna try that one more time. Big up to Nian Kanata Hassan. Tell me if I butchered that. My apologies. Anyhow, we've only got 2 players left. I skipped the captain, actually, because Rosa is just putting... look at this again. Rosa again. Rosa again, bro. I've not even talked about this yet. Rosa running my stream here. Yeah, I skipped the captain. Didn't mean to. But as they say, you save the best for last. I'll be honest, he didn't actually play that great. I will be very honest that he didn't actually play that great, I think. Off the ball, he was very good, just like O'Reilly. On the ball, he was okay. I don't think he was terrible, but why is my camera doing? 1 second, I need to turn my camera on and on. On and off. There you go. It's annoying when my camera does that. What was I saying again? Yeah, he didn't actually play that great, I think. But he was good, but not great. Let me draw the distinction. He was an 8 out of 10. Or a 7 out of 10 even. Not an 8 out of 10, not great, but it was good. But that goal is just mentality. You can tell. Bernardo Silva has won a treble. You can tell Bernardo Silva is an experienced player. You can tell Bernardo Silva is the one who stays calm under pressure. You can tell Bernardo Silva has won a 4-peat, has won trophies before that, has won a league title with Monaco. You can tell this guy got balls bigger than the fucking moon. Because this guy, even if it's not his best game today, I'm not going to pretend he played great. He didn't. He played good, he didn't play great. But even if that's true, he is the guy who gets us back in the game. This is why you need experience. I say this all the time. Professional coaches say this all the time, which is why I say it all the time. I'm just mimicking them. Players say it all the time. Experience is so important in these games. And look at what that experience gets you. I had given up on the game. Go back to my watchdog. I was seething. I had given up. But Bernardo Silva just understands what he has to be, stays calm, beautiful finish, beautiful run, because he knows what Haaland will do. Knows what Haaland will do before he's done it. Scores the goal. And that's just the goal. Get us back in the game. That is the mentality to get us back in that game. To go pick up that ball, by the way. He went into the net, picked up the ball and put it on center circle. That's mentality. He didn't celebrate shit. He knew... Or equalized at Anfield. Who gives a fuck? I want that winner. Mentality. He is such a good player. And he's been under a lot of fire last season. And I think when Bernardo Silva plays 1 game a week, he's brilliant. When he plays multiple games a week, I think you can tell that this guy is old. But when he plays 1 game a week, it's long days for the opposition when he plays 1 game a week. Again, not his best game, but it was an incredibly solid game at Anfield, especially the first half. I think the first half, the reason why we were so much better in the first half than the second half is because Bernardo Silva was on smoke in the first half and he dropped off in the second half. That's why we lost control over the game. Because Bernardo Silva's level dropped during the second half. And that just shows how good Bernardo Silva still is, even if he's getting a bit older. But I'd call that a 7 out of 10 with a 10 out of 10 goal. So I'm gonna give him a 8.5 out of 10. That is my captain, bro. My captain, bro. Brilliant player. Brilliant player. He's not at his best anymore, but it's his final season here, for sure. But I'd just say enjoy him. Enjoy him while we have him. It's his final season. And he's just shown us the quality that he still has, even if he doesn't give it week in, week out anymore. He still has it. Brilliant from Bernardo, very happy with him. And that leaves only 1 player left to talk about. But first, I'll catch up with chat. Why does my camera... My camera keeps focusing and unfocusing. It's a bit annoying. Haaland, 9 out of 10. We'll get to Haaland in a moment. Well done. Go and win it now. You never walk alone. Big up to Douglas... I'm sorry, I'm butchering names today. Big up to Douglas... whatever. Big up so. You never walk alone. Hey, fun fact. I'm a Club Brugge and Man City fan. A lot of Club Brugge fans are Liverpool fans. And they sing You Never Walk Alone at Jan Breidel, the Club Brugge Stadium. Fun fact. Very cool. Semenyo 8.1. Nah, I think he dropped a stinker, not a lie. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Pep at the end. Can't this camera stop fucking doing it? Pissing me off. My apologies. My camera. My apologies. My camera is just fraudulent right now. There you go. Camera decided to work again. Beautiful. PSG 2-0 Marseille. Hey, Greenwood getting fucked again. Beautiful, bro, beautiful week. What a beautiful weekend. Greenwood getting fucked on top of everything that's happened already this weekend, bro. Enough to make a grown man cry. You know what's enough to make a grown man cry? The fact that Erling Haaland has scored and assisted. Brilliant display. We can talk about the goal later. We can talk about the assist later. Hold up play. This is what people don't get. No striker holds up the play quite like Erling Haaland does it. Erling Haaland's hold-up play is so underrated. Because he does not even need to touch the ball to do it. But when he has a bit of space, you're dead. They put 3-4 players on Haaland every game for that reason. You don't want to give this guy the time to make a pass. Look at the passes Erling Haaland made. Give him an inkling of space to make a pass or a shot. He's gonna make an amazing pass or an amazing shot. Look at the ball he played to... 2 balls he played even. To Marmoush. Brilliant through balls. Look at the through ball he played to Tijani Reinders earlier this season. I said, when we first signed Erling Haaland, and I can't prove it because I did not have a YouTube channel back then, but I said his passing ability is better than Aguero's. And people did not quite get it because he looks clumsy and he doesn't pass a lot. But look at his pass. And I say that using Aguero as a measurement because of how great Aguero was. This guy has ridiculous passing on him. Go back to the Spurs game at the Etihad. This guy's passing is so much better than people realize. But people don't get it because he's always the highest up the pitch and he's always the guy who's receiving the passes. when he has a chance to pass or cross. So good. He should have had 2 or 3 assists today. I'm gonna be completely honest. Always gonna miss chances, so I'm not gonna do that, but I expected more from Marmouche with that one ball that Haaland played through to him. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, doesn't really matter because we won, but Erling Haaland has so much more quality than just scoring. I see people say, Haaland dropped a stinker but got 2 GA. No, he didn't. Remove Erling Haaland's GA. He's still man of the match to me. He held up the play, got us up the pitch, created space with his runs. That's such a massive thing people just don't understand about football. Passed the ball brilliantly. Give him credit. Give him credit for the things he does outside of scoring. Because so few people give Haaland credit unless he scores a goal. Give Haaland credit for what he did without scoring because it was brilliant. Then you go at the assists. That is very good vision, good physicality, good aerial, I guess dominance to get to that ball. And it's mostly a Bernardo Silva goal rather than a Haaland assist. But still, Haaland had to do the work to get that ball to Silva. And then you look at the chance he missed. He should have scored it, but you know what? I'll let it slide because he fucking scored the winning goal at Anfield. That is 11 game-saved goals that Erling Haaland has scored this season. 11! Premier League alone. You know how ridiculous that is. Sergio Aguero was scoring like 16 to 20 goals a season. This guy has 11 game-saved goals this season, and it's not even done. And I keep comparing Haaland to Aguero, not because I'm trying to slander Aguero, but because Aguero is such a great striker, and Haaland just glares. Like, how much does that say about Haaland? When people were slandering Haaland, I was defending Haaland. I was saying on Twitter, because I wasn't streaming for a while, but I was still talking about Twitter. You don't know what you miss when Haaland doesn't play. Such a brilliant player. And then the penalty. That's just a cherry on top. That's just a cherry on top. And I'm gonna say, that might be the best cherry I've ever fucking eaten, bro. I genuinely had to fight back to crying during my watch log when he scored that. Because I was just going from up and down. My emotions, I was like a teenage girl. I promise you I'm not. I know I have the hair, but I promise you I'm not a teenage girl. But bro, my emotions that game was just like a teenage girl. And Erling Haaland, brilliant performance today. Brilliant performance. Fuck the goal. Fuck the assist. Brilliant performance. And you got the goal and the assist. So, with that said, I think Erling Haaland, he deserves a lot of praise. He deserves his flowers for what he does without scoring as well. And for scoring the winner. All the people who were saying, drop Haaland. You don't know what you're missing without Haaland. You generally don't know what you're missing. He's the best striker in world football before the goals. He's most certainly the best after the goals. Brilliant player. 9.6 out of 10. 9.6 out of 10. That's incredibly high rating for him. I never give 10 out of 10s. Ousmane Dembele brace. Ligue 1. No offense, but Ligue 1. I'm talking shit about Ligue 1 because Strasbourg. Club Next was 9 on 9 in the Challenger Pro League. Hey, you finally started winning games. Ethan 1 year, he's Stinker and Hooked. Yeah, he's Stinker. Play today. Who does he play for? Oh, he's on loan to Marseille, isn't he? Oh, Stinker and Hooked 1 year. Beautiful. I forgot he went to Marseille. I still had Haaland captained in FPL. He finally redeemed himself. He never redeemed himself because he never played poorly. Erling Haaland has played only one bad game all season, and that was against Sunderland. People who say Erling Haaland played poorly recently, I'm sorry, you just don't know football. I'm not saying you, but like, I'm so sorry to say, so many people clearly don't understand a striker's role because, and I get it. Growing up on False 9, you forget what a striker is, but I've played as a striker for starters, so I already appreciate what a striker does more than maybe the average person. If you played as a centre back, you appreciate what a centre back does more, don't you? I played as a striker. I appreciate what strikers do more often, so maybe I do overrate strikers a bit. But Erling Haaland has only played one bad game all season, and I say that genuinely. And that was the Sunderland game. Sunderland away, not at home. Scored a brace, I believe. I don't think it was his fault that he wasn't scoring. I don't think it was exactly the team's fault. I think it was just we were broken. We weren't getting our feet together, and whatever. Doesn't matter. We're winning now. That's all that matters. At the end of the season, when you hold a trophy in your hands, that's all that matters. And this is how you get there. This is how you get there. Haaland is the best striker in the world. Exactly. But gets the fucking goals. Without goals, Erling Haaland is superior to Harry Kane. Harry Kane has nowhere near off-the-ball presence that Erling Haaland possesses. Harry Kane may be a better passer, I don't deny that, but he's not a better crosser. He's a superior dribbler, but he's not a better holder player. Because he drops deep, he doesn't do holder play, he drops deep, that's very different. As a pure striker, Erling Haaland is better. Harry Kane can maybe say, without goals, he's better as a player, but then you add the goals, and he's just nowhere near. I'm gonna be honest, he's just nowhere near. I don't think people dig the numbers that Erling Haaland does. I think people generally don't understand. He's got 21 goals again. He's got 4 seasons in a row with 20 goals. 20 plus goals. People understand how stupid that is. You know the last time someone did 4 seasons in a row with 20 plus goals in the Premier League? You know the last time? Never. It's never been done before. Maybe Alan Shearer. I should have said never in my lifetime. It's never been done in my lifetime. People don't dig these numbers. Maybe Alan Shearer did it. I'm not that old. My apologies. I might have been waffling there. But never in my lifetime has it been. Except Erling Haaland. People don't dig these numbers. People don't understand here as well. Harry Kane was not as good on the ball as Erling Haaland at the same age. Harry Kane at 25 was not this good on the ball. I don't think people dig that. Because when people complain about Pep, and I have complained about Pep for this exact reason, when you play Erling Haaland this way, and why do you play Erling Haaland this way? Pep Guardiola doesn't want Erling Haaland. He wants Harry Kane and Erling Haaland put together in one player. And that's what he's making Erling Haaland to be. Which will make Erling Haaland better in the long run. So it's frustrating sometimes when you play Erling Haaland this way. But the fact is, he's well ahead of technical ability of Harry Kane at the same age. He's well ahead of the goals department. That's only going up. That's only going up. Yeah, Jose Mourinho stinker and come on. Wait, what? Jose Mourinho stinker had come on. Is Benfica playing right now? Wait, sorry, that confused me. Benfica playing right now. Oh, Benfica 1-1 against some relegation club. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Fuck you, Mourinho. Hey, you know what, yeah? Not quite the GOAT, are you, Mourinho? I am Jose Mourinho. Or my name is Jose Mourinho, or whatever the quote is. Enjoy Liga Portugal, mates. Anyhow, I've talked about the players. I'm not going to talk too much about substitutes. Nothing worth talking about. In fact, I think I've talked about both Diaz and... yeah, Ake came on. He played for, 2 minutes? Nothing worth talking about, really. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Ryan Chetty's fucking goal. Hello? Oh, we're gonna give a red card? Fuck your red card. Give the goal. So stupid, man. It pisses me off, these referees. Oh, we're gonna disallow this goal and give a red card to the opposition player. Fuck off. Ryan Chetty would have scored that. That is fucking robbery. Daylight robbery of Ryan Chetty, bro. Nah, bro. Chetty dropped a stinker, by the way, but allow it. Ryan Chetty should have got a goal today from his own half. These man robbed Ryan Chetty, bro. Fuck this referee. Pep is the GOAT. Let's talk about Pep. What is a Hugo Viana? Our sporting director? Best sporting director in the world, apparently. Now, let's talk about Pep Guardiola now. I've talked about all the players, I've talked about this, that, the other. Listen. Can my camera stop doing? There you go. I was about to freak out on this camera. Listen. It's okay to admit you're wrong. I see a lot of people talk about Donnarumma, who can't admit that they're wrong. I see a lot of people talk about Haaland, who can't admit that they're wrong. It's okay to admit you're wrong. Everyone who has talked shit of Pep Guardiola. Time to admit that you were wrong. That includes myself, by the way. Don't check my video. Do not check my video history. Do not do that, guys. Time to admit that you were wrong. Pep Guardiola is him. Got the lineup perfect. I was stressing at halftime, sitting in my fucking house, in my room, sitting on my ass. I was stressing and saying I have no fucking clue what to do. Pep Guardiola figured out what to do in that game. He got us our first win at Anfield in my living memory. I was gonna say lifetime again, but technically that's not correct. Technically we did win at Anfield when I was 1 year old. It's okay to admit that you were wrong. Listen, if you were Pep out, you were wrong. Just say it as it is. And don't look at my channel history, because that's a bit embarrassing. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. It's that simple. Pep Guardiola. I don't give 10 out of 10s, you guys know this. I just don't give 10 out of 10s because you're never perfect. But I'm gonna give you as close as possible to a 10 out of 10. 9.9 out of 10. Pep Guardiola, brilliant. Arne Slot looks like a fucking... I should probably not finish that joke. That's fucked up. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish that joke, that was fucked up. I think I'd get cancelled for that if I was big enough. All I'll say is Arne Slot... What a Arne Slot. Bro, Arne Slot thought he was him. And I'll be honest, Arne, not him. You're not ready for this. Cole Palmer got a hat-trick. Fuck Cole Palmer. Boom. On that bombshell, we will leave it there. Alfred, guys. Alfred. I'm gonna redirect this over to Martin's channel. Mancunian way. Big up to Martin. Great viewership, by the way, for my first day back. For my first day back, yeah. I've been missing for a month. The viewership is great for missing over a month I've been gone. This viewership is great. Not like it's slower than my past views, but it's almost right back up there. And I've been missing for a month. You know how great that viewership is? Like most of the time, YouTubers need like 3 weeks to build back up. I'm already right back to the viewership numbers on my first day back. Thank you to everyone watching, liking, subscribing. 2 people subscribed today. Thank you to everyone, because I have been missing for a while, haven't I? I'll leave it there. I'm waffling. My apologies. I'll leave it there. Like, subscribe, Alfred, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.